Sanibonani mthwakazi omuhle silamukela njalo kwesinye isiqephu sethu sezindaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio. Namhlanje kungumsombuluko zili-16 kuNhlolanja ngomnyaka ka-2026. Indaba lizethulelwa ngikhethiwe Chuma. Kwesihamba phambili kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio, uhulumende uveza umthetho ozakutshintsha isisekelo sombuso kuhlandla lesithathu. Iqembu elizibiza ngokuthi Working People's Collective libambe umkhankaso emakhasini okuxhumana lapho bekhuluma ngokutshintshwa kwesisekelo sombuso. Siza kuhlonipha imisebenzi kaChangirayi ngokwala udaba luka-2030 kusho uMkhwananzi. Nanzi indaba zethu ngokugcweleyo. Namhlanje ngemva kwemini uhulumende uveze umthetho omusha ozakutshintsha isisekelo sombuso ngokwehlandla lesithathu, lokhu okuhlose ukuba ungezelele isikhathi sikaMnumzana uMnangagwa ese-ofisini likamongameli kanye lamalunga edala lephalamende ngeminyaka 2. Ngokuvezwa ngumthetho, iphalamende kumele ibize insuku ezingama-90 ukuze kube lengxoxo emphakathini. Ngemva kwalokhu lo umthetho usuza kulethwa ephalamende ukuze baxoxisane njalo bese bevota. Umsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio uyawathumela le imininingwana.
Critics argue this move by the government undermines democratic principles and is an attempt to extend dictator Mnangagwa's term beyond 2028. The opposition and civil society groups warn that the changes will concentrate power and erode hard-won democratic rights. The controversial bill includes the following clauses. Clause 3. This amendment establishes a parliamentary method for selecting this president. It specifies that a candidate must secure a majority of votes, and if no one achieves an absolute majority, a runoff election will be held. The process is overseen by the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission to ensure it is conducted properly. These measures strengthen constitutional accountability by promoting fairness, openness, and judicial oversight in the election. The procedure for the election shall be in accordance with the standing rules and orders of Parliament. Clause 4, 9, and 10. To eliminate election mode toxicity and allow sufficient time for project implementation while promoting stability. These clauses aim to substitute the current 5-year term with a 7-year term as provided in sections 95, 143, and 158 of the Constitution. Clause 8. The provision allows the President to appoint 10 senators, raising the total number of senators to 90. This amendment aims to bring a broader technical expertise, enhance parliamentary oversight, expand the pool of potential ministers, and build public confidence, and help reduce political and social divisions. We have just received the breaking news that war vets file Concord challenge to Mnangagwa's term extension proposal. A group of 4 veterans presented by constitutional law expert Dr. Glavmo Maduku have filed an urgent application at the Constitutional Court seeking to nullify proposed constitutional amendments aimed at extending Mr. Mnangagwa's rule to 2030. It's me, Langton Manaka, reporting for Citizens Movement Radio News, CMR.
Izolo abathungameli benhlanganiso ezitshiyeneyo lama-union abahlanganele ngaphansi kweqembu elibizwe ngokuthi Working People's Collective baye babamba umhlangano emakhasini okuxhumana lapho bebekhuluma ngendaba yokutshintshwa kwesisekelo sombuso kweleZimbabwe. Emhlanganweni lo, izikhulumi ziye zasola kakhulu ukutshintshwa kwesisekelo sombuso okugoqela ukungezelela isikhathi sikamongameli kanye lamalunga edale lephalamende ngeminyaka 2, kanti njalo umongameli umongameli welizwe uza kukhethwa ngamalunga edale lephalamende atshi izakhamizi. Lokhu kutshintsha kuza kuphambanisa njalo ikomishina ekhangela ngezobulili i-Gender Commission ezokubuswa kwemthetho elizweni kanye lamabutho esizwe. Ezinye zezikhulumi bezikhona nguSenator uJemison Timba, uMnyaradzi Khwisayi owenhlanganiso ye-Defend the Constitution Platform kanye loThiri Marimo owenhlanganiso ye-ZCTU. Ake sizwe uSenator uTimba ekhuluma kulo mhlangano.
Comrades, thank you for joining this national conversation on the proposed constitution amendment and the position of the DCP. Let me be clear from the outset. This issue is not about personalities. It is not about political parties. It is about constitutional legitimacy. The 2013 Constitution is the People's Covenant. It sets the rules for how power is obtained, exercised, and limited. When those rules, especially those governing tenure of office, are changed without the direct consent of the people, the matter stops being political and becomes constitutional. Our position is simple. Any amendment that alters presidential tenure or the people's right to choose their leaders cannot be done by Parliament alone. It requires a national referendum, the direct voice of the citizens. Without a referendum, such a change amounts to a constitutional coup, which is the use of legal procedures to achieve what the Constitution itself forbids. Therefore, the DCP will act peacefully, lawfully, and firmly on these three fronts. First, we will pursue constitutional litigation to defend the letter and spirit of the Constitution. Secondly, we will engage Parliament, commissions, and public bodies to insist on proper procedure, public participation, and constitutional compliance. And then thirdly, the citizens, through the People's Resolution, will roll out civic education and mobilization so that citizens themselves become custodians and defenders of their Constitution. And let this also be understood. If domestic remedies become ineffective, we will pursue regional and international remedies in defense of constitutional order. Because constitutional legitimacy is not only a national principle, it is also protected under regional democratic norms. Our objective is not confrontation. Our objective is legitimacy. We are not opposing government. We are defending the rules that make government lawful. A stable nation is built not on the permanence of leaders, but on the permanence of rules. Defending the Constitution is defending our future.
Kusenjalo emhlanganweni ofanayo, unobhala jikelele wenhlanganiso ye-ZCTU uThiri Marimo usiphathele lokho.
Revolutionary greetings, comrades. It's unfortunate that we actually have to discuss this topic because certain people made a resolution that we don't expect any human being to actually make, especially in a country like Zimbabwe, where we actually know the sufferings of the masses. Citizens are suffering. The country has high levels of poverty, reported by very renowned institutions such as World Bank. It's quite unfortunate that we are now even at a bill stage where it's about to be tabled in Parliament, aiming at giving effect to that ZANU-PF resolution to extend President Emmerson Mnangagwa's term of office to 2030. This development confirms what workers and citizens feared, which is a deliberate and systematic attempt to erode constitutional democracy through legislative manipulation. The ZCTU, as a matter of principle, fundamentally opposes to this mutilation of the Constitution. We are equally opposed to any erosion of democracy and any attempt to take away the agency of the people in the governance of their country. I'm sure we'll be engaging fully into this issue, as we are going to be doing consultations around social contract, because there's going to be there is actually currently a discussion on having a social contract at TNF. So the Constitution of Zimbabwe is a social contract on its own, adopted through a popular process. It cannot be reduced to an instrument of political survival. Any bill seeking to tamper with entrenched democratic safeguards strikes at the heart of national stability, economic confidence, and even the rule of law. Colleagues, it's unfortunate that this is happening at a time when Zimbabwe faces profound economic hardships, unemployment, informality, deteriorating public services. National priority should actually be rebuilding livelihoods, not manipulating constitutional safeguards. So yeah, I think obviously we need to have a response to this nonsense. ZCTU will be embarking on a broad consultation with our structures, affiliates, and I'm happy that we are also engaging even now with the like-minded civic and democratic organizations to determine the appropriate form of lawful resistance that we must make. I think we need to employ various strategies on this, and definitely we will also then need to advise the nation on the way forward following the consultations. I'm amenable to having any joint efforts that we can make with like-minded organizations. We will obviously render any solidarity, support to all progressive movements and any democratic forces opposing the erosion of constitutional governance. The labor movement is not captured. I am there. I know myself, and I will say for certainty that the labor movement remains steadfast, especially now. Democracy is not negotiable. Constitutionalism, likewise, is not optional. The people's sovereignty is not a gift from the powerful. It is an inalienable right, and we'll make sure that no one man or not a group of people, a constituency of fools who really want to take advantage of the entire masses. So my point was that for me, this is not a reform. It's a power grab kind of exercise designed to suffocate democracy, silence the people, and entrench personal rule at the expense of the separate nation. So this we will reject, we will never accept it. And like I've already mentioned, that we will stand in solidarity with whoever is like-minded. We are in the process of embarking on our own consultations, and we'll be giving feedback. Whoever moves first, solidarity is 100% guaranteed. We refuse and we reject any attempt to reduce the constitution of our country to some kind of a disposable document manipulated to save partisan survival. No to political elites who treat national institutions as instruments of self-preservation.
Usomlomo webandla eliphikisayo uPromise Mkhwananzi, lo oyengomunye wabathungameli babasha kubandla le-MDC ngesikhathi sikaMorgan Tsvangirai, uye wathi baza kuhlonipha lo ongasekho emhlabeni oyengumthungameli webandla eliphikisayo. Baza kwenza lokhu ngokwenqaba ukutshintshwa kwesisekelo sombuso, lokhu okumemezelwe libandla leZANU-PF kuviki ephelileyo. UMkhwananzi uthi isisekelo sombuso esabhalwa ngomnyaka ka-2013 kungeyinye yento eyachiwa ngumongameli uTsvangirai, kanti njalo kungokunye okwaba yinzuzo ekukhululweni kwelizwe. Ake sizweni uMkhwananzi ekhuluma.
Ngamafitshane sithi thina-ke sizabambana njengozulu waseZimbabwe, sibambana ukudefenda i-constitution ebhalwe nguDr. Morgan Tsvangirai labanye abaningi abazinikelayo bazinikela lempilo zabo ukuthi i-constitution le ibhalwe. Yabhalwa nguzulu weZimbabwe ndawonye, sibambene through i-referendum, savumelana ukuthi umthetho welizwe. Akula muntu ozavunyelwa ukutshintsha lo mthetho. Njalo sizabanyana njengama-citizens, singelando kwamaphathi, singelando kwabathungameli, singelando ukuthi lo mbane lo ngowani, isikhundla sakhe ngesani, kodwa sikhangele udaba lokuthi kumele sivikele i-constitution yeZimbabwe umthetho isiqokoqela somthetho welizwe esilamalungelo ethu sonke singakhitshwa silimele sonke. Ngalokho kufuze sime ndawonye sibambane sivikele sidefende i-constitution yelizwe.
Umthungameli wabasha kubandla eliphikisayo Bruce Meli Moyo uthi abantu abasha akumelanga bamele eceleni babukele isisekelo sombuso sicuthwa libandla leZANU-PF. Umoyo uthi abantu abasha kumele bazimisele njalo bale inhloso zebandla leZANU-PF zokutshintsha isisekelo sombuso ukuze bancedakale bona. Umoyo uye wangezelela ngokuba emhlabeni jikelele abantu abasha yibo abamele bafuqe utshintsho, kanti njalo uye wakhuthaza abantu abasha baseZimbabwe ukuba basukume balwisane lodaba luka-2030. Owelwela inkululeko kanti njalo bengomunye wabakhankasela ukuba kungabi lodaba luka-2030, uComrade Blessing Geza uye wabekwa namhlanje eplazini lakhe eSanyathi. Umngcwabo wakhe obuhlanganyelwe ngabomndeni abaseduze kanye lezihlobo labanye abamlandelayo kanye leziphathamandla kubandla eliphikisayo leziphathamandla zikahulumende. Lokhu kulandele inkonzo yomngcwabo wakhe eyenziwe izolo lapho izinkulungwane zabantu ziye zahlangana eHarare ukuze bethule inhlonipho yabo yokugcina kuqhawe leli elasungula umkhankaso wokwala udaba luka-2030 lolu olufuqwa ngumnumzana uMnangagwa kanye lengxenye yabantu bakhe kubandla leZANU-PF. Intatheli zindaba yethu yomsakazo ye-Citizens Movement Radio isinikezele imininingwana.
Blessed Bombshell Geza, a prominent war veteran and critic of Emmerson Mnangagwa, was laid to rest today at his rural homestead in Sanyati, Mashonaland West Province. The war veteran Geza passed away on February 6, 2026 in South Africa. He was known for his outspoken criticism of the dictatorial, corrupt and looting government and his calls for Mnangagwa's resignation. Geza's funeral was attended by 1,000 fellow war veterans, politicians, and supporters who came to pay their last respect to the man who had become a symbol of resistance against corruption and authoritarianism. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes, with many praising his courage and commitment to fighting for justice. It's me, Lengton Mwanaka, reporting for Citizens Movement Radio, CMR.
Umongameli webandla eliphikisayo Advocate Nelson Chamisa uye wabhala incwadi yesikhumbuzo ebhalela lo ongasekho kanti njalo wasungula ibandla le-MDC udokotela uMorgan Richard Tsvangirai. Uye wakhala kakhulu ngoncindezelo oselikhona ngaphansi kuka-Emmerson Mnangagwa lo amsole ngokusebenzisa umthetho wokuhlukumeza bebandla eliphikisayo. Uye wachasisa njalo ukuba umthungameli webandla leZANU-PF uhlukumeze kangakanani abebandla eliphikisayo okugoqela uTsvangirai kanye lebandla lakhe le-MDC. Umongameli uChamisa uye wazimisela njalo ukuba uza kutshintsha lolu daba. Undunankulu kubhanga lesizwe laseZimbabwe uJohn Mashayabane uye wamemezela ukuba imali entsha yamazik iza kungena ebantwini khona maduze. Kungxoxo abelayo lomsakazo kahulumende, uMashayabane uthi imali entsha le eyezik ayizukwenza ukuba intengo ikhuphuke. Kusenjalo wayemela iMasvingo Central edalele ePhalamende uJefferson Chitando uye waxwayisa ukuba izinto sezingakhuphuka kanti njalo abantu abalalo ithemba kule imali. Uye wangezelela ngokuba ukujintshwa kwesisekelo sombuso okuphathelane lodaba luka-2030 kulakho ukuletha ukungazinzi kwezomkhonomi elizweni. Usaziwayo wezokusakaza uJohn Masuku uye wabeka endaweni yakhe yokugcina emathuneni aseGlen Forest Memorial Park eHarare izolo. Umngcwabo wakhe obuhlanganisele izinkulungwane labantu okugoqela abantu bomsakazo kanye labanye asebenzelabo. Ongumgcinisihlalo wenhlanganiso yemisa emele eHarare umlondolozi Ndlovu uye wethula inhlonipho kulo ongasekho baba uMasuku lapho amveze njengendoda esebenze kakhulu ukuthuthukisa ezokusakaza elizweni. Ake sizweni uNdlovu ekhuluma.
Sijana kakhulu ngokulahlekelwa ngumnumzana John Masuku owayeyintatheli indaba elodumo olukhulu kakhulu. njalo esebenza lo msakazo owe-Radio Voice of the People lapha anikeza khona abantu bonke amathuba kungelani lokuba basekela liphi ibandla njalo esifundisa thina njengentalo ezindaba ezisakhulayo ukubana hayi sisebenze kanjani njalo ukuzehlisa kwakhe kungelani lokubana wayesefunde noma wayesenze okuningi kundaba zokukhishwa kwembiko sithi makalale ngokuthula.
Olwela amalungelo wabantu kanti njalo engomunye wabebandla eliphikisayo Godfrey Karendera lo owaziwa ngokuthi uMatsibaba Veshanduko uye wancishwa njalo isibambiso ngumantshi wenkantolo yaseHarare kuviki ephelileyo. Esinye seziphathamandla kubandla eliphikisayo esabelweni saseMashonaland Central uSam Kondonke usole kakhulu ukuqhubeka kokuvalelwa kukaMatsibaba Veshanduko encishwa isibambiso lapho athe kusobala ukuba umthetho uyabandlulula. Uye wangezelela ngokuba kusegcekeni ukuba inkantolo yenza izinqumo ngalokhu abakutshelwa libandla leZANU PF. uGondongwe uchasise wathi
we really condemn this denial of bail for Matsibaba Veshanduko because it is a clear travesty of justice. It is crystal clear that the courts are making decisions based on political instructions from ZANU-PF headquarters. It is very sad that Matsibaba Veshanduko, as innocent as he is, but he is languishing in a remand prison because of his conviction, because of his belief that Zimbabwe should be a free country, that Zimbabwe should be a free nation for every Zimbabwean, that we should have freedom of speech and freedom of assembly and freedom of association. But this has caused him all this suffering and all this harsh living conditions that he is in because of his belief. And we condemn that with the strongest terms, in strongest terms that we can say, because Matsibaba Veshanduko and all other guys have got no cases to answer, for they exercised their rights in saying out that they are against corruption, they are against this 2030 mantra. It is their right to say that they are against all the ills that are happening in this nation. But because of those rights, they are now incarcerated, and the courts are not helping either. They are now siding with the oppressors. They are siding with those that are in power instead of the law standing as law. It's now being used as warfare against every dissenting voice. We call upon this new dispensation government to rethink. We were thinking the Mugabe era was the worst, but no, it was better than this new dispensation, because this new dispensation has taken a step further in persecuting dissenting voices. So we really implore the government to think the courts to stand as courts, not to be political activists that are looking at cases that come before them. Hopefully God will be on our side, and we are going to have an independent Zimbabwe where every citizen is going to have their freedom.
Usomabhizinisi Sanjay Baba kanti njalo engumphathintambo wenkampani yaziwa ngokuthi AmeriWorld International le eyiyo eletha izimota zeMahindra kwele Zimbabwe usosele kakhulu ngokuhlukumeza amalungelo ezisebenzi zakhe. Izisebenzi zithi sezedlule inyanga eziningi zingelaholo, kanti njalo benzelwa izithembiso zokuphiwa amabonus edlulela eminyakeni emithathu edlulileyo. Umnumzana uHenry Tarumbura ongunobhala jikelele wenhlanganiso ye-National Union of Metal and Allied Industries kwele Zimbabwe uye wakuqinisekisa lokhu. Uye wathi iholo lililungelo hatshi isipho inkampani esinikeza izisebenzi lapho bethandile. Uye wangezelela ngokuthi imizamo iyaqhubeka kodwa umnumzana uBaba kanye lezisebenzi zakhe eziphatha le inkampani abazwisisani labo. Ngesikhangele kwezemidlalo, izolo iqembu le-Highlanders liye lanqoba abalingani babo i-Dynamos 1-0 emidlalweni odlalwe enkundleni ye-Barberfield Stadium ukuze bathathe inkomitsho ye-Jairus Chiri Charity Cup. OwaseNigeria odlala phambili uBenjamin Odieng nguye ohlehle igoli elenze i-Highlanders yawina, kanti njalo lo wayedlalela ama-Warriors engukapteni uBenjamin Warwaru uye wathola isicoco sakhe sokuqala kuqembu le-Highlanders njengomqeqeshi waleli qembu. Emidlalweni ye-FA Cup kuhlandla lesine edlalwe ngempelaviki, i-Arsenal iye yanqoba i-Wigan 4-0 kwathi i-Manchester City yona yanqoba 2-0 iqembu le-Salford City. Nansi eminye imiphumela yemidlalo edlalwe ngempelaviki: Liverpool 3 Brighton 3, Oxford 0 Sunderland 1, Grimsby 0 Wolves 1, Stoke 1 Fulham 2, Birmingham 2 Leeds 4, Aston Villa 1 Newcastle 3, Burnley 1 Mansfield 2, Burton 0 West Ham 1, Hull City 0 Chelsea 4. Ukuziphetha lezi ndaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio nanze bezihamba phambili. Uhulumende useveze umthetho omusha wokutshintsha isisekelo sombuso kwehlandla lesithathu. Iqembu elizibiza ngokuthi Working People's Collective libambe umhlangano emakhasini okuxhumana bekhuluma ngokutshintshwa kwesisekelo sombuso. Siza kuhlonipha imisebenzi kaChangirayi ngokwala udaba luka-2030 kusho uMkhwananzi. Siziphetha lapha lezi indaba.